Let yourself be guided by Corey. Relax and grow. Welcome. Make yourself comfortable so that we can spend a little time together. Close down your eyes or relax your gaze. Soften your shoulders and just tune in to your body. If anything is tense, see if you can just take a breath into that space in your body. If anything feels uncomfortable, just adjust so that you can be still with me. And go inside to feel and think about this. A while ago, I developed a paper for clients. There was a list of questions of what you would do if you only had 1 week left on Earth. I thought about the questions from the perspective of waking up different parts of the way that we feel, connected to how we just seem to start to very easily take things for granted in our life. What if it was the end of the world, or we only had 1 week left to live? How would we change? Who would you be? And what would you do with that time? I think to be happy in our life, sometimes we have to put our mind in a place where what ifs was something that we thought about. What if we had certain things taken away from us, and then how would we feel about life, our lives, the day-to-day living that we've created for ourselves? As human beings, it's so easy to just fall into a flow, a pattern, and turn off. We turn off our awareness so easily because things become mundane or habitual. And that's human nature too. We're looking for easy options all the time. Subconsciously, we want the easy way. And because of that, I think we go numb. Because we're choosing something that doesn't take very much brain power. And by choosing something that's easy or repetitive or just the known, it makes it so that we turn off. We dumb down inside. And that's comfortable. And then in that space of not being fully awake, just going through the motions, we start to feel all the feelings that you get when life is unfulfilling. We take things for granted. We don't really appreciate the things around us that are very small that could make us happy if we had the awareness. We take our comfortable lives and our comfortable relationships for granted. And then we lose all the good stuff because we don't see it anymore. It's mundane. What if you had the chance to wake up by sitting and thinking about only having a week left on Earth? I think it gives us the opportunity to really feel into what we're doing with our lives, what we've settled for or created. What would you change? What aren't you doing that you want to do? What's this list that you've put together in your journal that are things you want to accomplish, maybe? And that page is deeply far away in your journal, and you haven't really done any of it because you're on that treadmill of just mundane, day-to-day, repetitive behavior that keeps everything nice and safe. But if time was precious and all of your opportunities were based in the here and now, because there were no future after next week, would you appreciate some of the things in your life more? What about when you open your eyes first thing in the morning? If you only had 7 days left, 7 times to do that, would you open your eyes and feel different when you wake up? Think about how many times you open your eyes now and you instantly go into some kind of negative thought pattern. Oh, I don't want to do today. Oh, I don't want to get up. How many times do you do that? Versus if you only had 7 more chances left, how would you do it differently? What would you do differently? What about the food that you choose to enjoy? All the small things. The way that your clothes feel on your body. The way that smells create memories and reactions in your body. The way that certain foods make you feel when you eat them. The memories they stir up in your mind. Would you open your door and walk outside and see the world differently? Look at the sky and really appreciate the mass beauty that's above you every single day. The feeling of the grass or the earth underneath your bare feet. the sounds that are there, that you just walk by and don't notice every day. If you only had 7 days left, how would you spend your days? Who would you spend your days with? If you had 7 days to make amends, who do you see yourself saying sorry to? Who would you tell that you love them, that you haven't done just because you're on the treadmill, living day to day, not fully tuned in to all the small things around you? How many big things do you avoid because time is not precious? Because you have the mindset that you're always going to be around to do what you need to do. There's always tomorrow, right? I'll do that next week. I'll call when I'm not busy. How many big things do you want to accomplish or do you need to fix? Seven days to enjoy as much as you possibly can here in your body, in the life that you've chose. Or 7 days to change everything. It's so interesting how it changes our perception, don't you think? When the luxury of thinking that time just keeps going is taken away from us, and we face where we're at in our lives from a completely different perspective. Think about how much good you have in your life that is just happening around you all the time, and you don't really pay much attention to it. Think about all the lost opportunities from tiny little things that could bring you so much joy if you were just more aware. What if there was a light dimmer switch in front of you? You know, the ones that you can turn the light softer or brighter. What if you reached forward and turned the light to full brightness right now in this moment with me? Making the decision to consciously try and be fully turned on to all of the little things in your life. to be fully aware of all of the big things that you want to do, you want to feel, you want to see. To be turned on and reminded of all the things you know bring you joy that you could simply do in a day. They don't have to be complex. They don't have to be extravagant. But think about all the things, if your dimmer is turned on to the full setting, what you could be doing in your day. The way that you could see things differently in your day. Turning your dimmer light fully on so that you can appreciate, fully be in gratitude for all of the good things, for the Pop-Tarts in the cupboard, for that fresh strawberry you just bit into, whatever your joys are. Stopping and feeling and being fully aware of all of the small things that could bring you happiness. The smell of your baby's head when you smell it. The softness of another person's skin when you touch it. The way that it feels when you walk in your most comfortable shoes. How good it feels to stretch your body. What it feels like when someone hugs you. How breathing deep outside makes you every single time feel better. It never fails. With your dimmer light fully turned on, think about how you would see your days differently. How you would change the things that don't feel great. How you would change them now instead of waiting or procrastinating for another time. The next moment could be when you start. The next morning when you open your eyes. How about you just make a vow to yourself that you will try to be more consciously, fully aware, fully turned on to your life and all that encompasses. All the good and all the not so good, and how you can see it through different eyes. How maybe you could treasure things more. Or let go of what you need to let go of. The weight that you've carried for so long. Question why. If there's 7 days left, why would you carry the weight of the past? So why do it now? Why not see in your mind that all of the baggage, all of the memories, the heaviness, the sadness, the tears that the past holds, why not just take that backpack off and put it down on the ground and just walk away from it? Don't look back. You don't need it. It doesn't serve you. It just slows you down. Make a little agreement with yourself right now to just try as much as you humanly can to be conscious, awake, and aware. Just for yourself, so that you can enjoy more out of life, to be more present in the gifts of life, to learn more, and to just be fully turned on and here. Why not? Isn't that why we're all here anyway? Namaste.